Right, now, let's move on to some other kind of lunacy. Right, well, we might as well, keep milking that Michael Jackson cow. As I once said, let us address the molested elephant in the room, which is Michael Jackson. I put up the highlight of talking about Michael Jackson and the Wade Robson thing, the documentary. 2 comments, 45 views and 2 comments. One of the comments was from an angry Michael Jackson fan, who straight away completely proved that he was a wacky bastard because he clearly didn't watch it. Like, he literally said all the things going, so you don't like Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson fans? It's like, I don't think I ever said that. I just said, can we just stop ignoring all the facts? And like the fact, like, they are so easily triggered. So I just wanted to trigger more of them because I like upsetting them. That's the only reason I'm doing it. That's the only reason I'm doing this. But I seen this and I was like, oh my god! And it just goes to show. I don't think just keep an open mind. Whatever this, I don't know what this proves, or if it doesn't prove. But like, you can definitely look into the mind of Michael Jackson and look at this. And this is all proper evidence that was submitted to the Sheriff's Department after his last encounter with, trying to be charged for being a nonce. So oh god, I hate the fact this is on the. Stop seeing this ad. Yes, not interested. Good. Now I just don't want to see any of the ads. You fuck. Why? God, I hate the Mail Online. I hate its content, and I hate all the stuff that it throws in my face. So there's a girl with a noose around her neck, standing in front of a picture of John Benet Ramsey and photos of naked boys and a 2-headed mannequin inside Michael Jackson's twisted pornography collection found before he died. Now, this is the kind of content. This is the kind of quality content you get in the Daily Mail. This keeps you informed of what's important. The warning: graphic images. I've already checked it. It's like it's fine. So the twisted nature of Michael Jackson's sizable and bizarre pornography collection was revealed in images released in the media in 2016. The huge cache of videos, books, and images found at his Neverland Ranch in 2003, 6 years before he died, was noted in a Santa Barbara Sheriff's Department report. Now, let's just look at it. Much of the material is also detailed on court papers from the time, submitted after a young boy came forward claiming that he'd been sexually abused and assaulted by the singer on multiple occasions, blah, blah, blah. So here's one of the pictures. I mean, this isn't really pornography, is it? Because we wouldn't be able to see this. Because it's got a child here. But, so saying, I mean, it's fucking weird. Like, I don't know. But I wouldn't say this is anything to, be, I don't know. I see that. That's like an album. It looks like a fucking cool album cover. Doesn't it? In another odd image, a child beauty queen stands with a noose around her neck while standing in front of the image of a child. Look, you're reaching there. It's like, maybe it's a reflection on, oh yeah, she's got the sachet. I mean, maybe that's like, that's art, innit? It's like, child beauty queens. Kill me now. It's making a statement, isn't it? Don't you know what art does? I mean, that's not even like a subtle statement, neither. It's not even that subtle to go, oh, I wonder what that's about. So, move on. That's fucking a 2-headed mannequin with no discernible sex parts. That's probably because it's him, because he had his balls burnt off by his dad, didn't he? That's not... Well, that's hardly... Oh my god, he's a paedophile. What the fuck is this? It's just weird. It's cool. I quite like his... It looks like him. Face of a child morphed onto the face of an adult in one image. Is it? I think the whole fact that he's cuddling what looks like a dead goat is... Well, are they trying to say that Michael Jackson used to whack off over this? Because this is all very strange. So In this situation, what is this video that's popped up? I hate the fucking Mail Online. Go away. What are you? Oh, why did you link me to? No, I'm trying to close you. How dare you take me to another? Well, that's a waste of your ad revenue right there. Hey, Daily Mail's ripping you off, mate. Daily Mail's ripping you off because you can't close the fucking ad. Oh, thank God. God, this website. Worse than BuzzFeed. I swear. I mean, you're a bit reaching saying this is child. What is this? This is weird pornography. It's not even weird pornography. You know, you don't need to like reach for it, like to be reaching with evidence if you want to like make Michael Jackson look a bit fucking odd. The fact they had sleepovers with little boys consistently all his life is odd enough. Why do you need to throw this weird image of like what you say? Oh, it's the face of a child put on a man cuddling a goat. It's not. That's why it's not porn, is it? It's just. Oh, okay. The police report claims that in Jackson's bedroom in bathroom alone, there were at least 7 collections of work found by investigators that show boys in their teenage years, and in some cases younger, fully nude or partially clothed. Now, I have to take their word for that because obviously they can't print that, and we wouldn't want to see it anyway, so, you know, we'll have to take their word for it. One of the collections by Theomina Wilhelm von Gloden is described in court papers as nude photos of teenage boys from the late 1800s. Then there were Polaroids of 2 juvenile males. Well, that is a bit more spicy. Right. One of the juveniles appeared to be a young teenager. The other appeared to be adolescent preteen. The name Greg was printed above the child, who appeared to be off teenage years. Was it of or off? Is that a mistake or off? To be off teenage years? Is that correct grammar? No. The subject appeared to be wearing a white terry cloth robe. What's a terry cloth? That's some sort of weird tea towel. The name Kendall was printed over the adolescent aged individual. The adolescent individual was bare-chested. So the picture does not depict the lower half of the children, so it cannot be ascertained as to what they're wearing with regard to lower clothing. Christ. This is so fucking sordid. Imagine that's your job, like, I don't envy him, do you? No. That's your job going, can we work out whether this little boy has pants on or not to make sure that Michael Jackson is a weirdo? And that's your job. They probably don't get paid enough. Shame, innit? The report, this has got so many grammatical errors in here. This is terrible. Fucking hell. The reporter later noted when the report later noted when describing these photos, the phrases are you scared yet? And ha were printed on the lower portion of the picture. It's just weird as well. Are you scared yet? Ha should this be funny? I don't know. It's so weird. Are you scared yet? Right. There were more photos of the 2 young boys found in another box of photos, this time alongside Jackson himself. Again, these individuals were posed in provocative manners with bare chests, said the report. Oh, here's pictures of the report. The search of the home occurred in November of that year while Michael Jackson was in Las Vegas, with 70 members of the Santa Barbara County District Attorney's Office and Sheriff's Department turning up to the residence. An arrest warrant had been issued at the time as well, and Jackson later turned himself into police when he returned to California. Radar Online first obtained the police report and court papers, and an investigator on the case told them the documents exposed Jackson as a manipulative, drug and sex-crazed predator. He used blood, gore, sexually explicit images of animal sacrifice, and perverse adult sex acts to bend children to his will. Now, when you like lay it out like that, you got to go, oh fuck me, like that just sounds horrific. Like that's not a pretty picture of a human being, is it? Right, so the source added, he also had disgusting and downright shocking images of child torture, adult and child nudity, female bondage and sadomasochism. The report states that many of the materials featuring naked men and women in the home could be used for the purpose of trying to attract young men or boys. After the description for many of the materials, the investigator notes, based on my training, this type of material can be used as part of the grooming process by which people, those seeking to molest children, like, oh my god, what the hell is that? To lower the ambitions of the intended victim and facilitate the molestation of said victims. Okay. So there's a book depicting nude children found in the singer's arcade room. I mean, you could just say it's an art book, because there's some weird art books out there. But it's in his arcade room. It just doesn't look good, does it? I'm sorry. A book which contained nude photographs of men in the master bathroom, and multiple books found in the master bedroom that included one with a naked and semi-naked gay men, and another with pre-teen or early teenage individuals, who in some cases were nude or semi-nude. Radar spoke with Santa Barbara Senior Assistant District Attorney Ron Zonin about the case, as he was a part of the prosecution team that took on Jackson in court. A lot of this stuff was used to desensitize the children, and Michael admitted taking one child after another into bed with him for long periods of time. He did. We identified 5 different boys who all made allegations of sexual abuse. There's not much question in my mind that Michael was guilty of child molestation. Well, this is coming from like the guys investigated him, and there's 5 different boys as well saying it. It's like, where are they at? They need to come forward. Like, what the fuck? Another image of a child face morphed into an... I don't know if this is morphed into an adult's... I don't know. Dress up, play acts and fantasies of childhood. It's not the sort of thing. But I was just a child. Jackson was ultimately acquitted. Yeah, we all know all this. So yeah, it was Gavin Arvizo came forward claiming that he had been sexually assaulted by the singer. So Gavin was 13-year-old cancer survivor. Time with the allegations, the claims made by Gavin were similar to the ones made a decade earlier when another 13-year-old boy, Jordan Chandler, came forward to say that he had been molested by Jackson. I wonder if those two are going to speak out, or is like their settlement, probably in their settlement, they're not allowed to speak out. Probably, I expect so, isn't it? So what's this? The mark on the penis could only be seen if it was lifted and was over... What? I'm sorry, I missed that bit. Jordan, however, was able to perfectly describe Jackson's buttocks, pubic hair, and distinctive marks on both his testicles and penis. The mark on the penis could have been seen if it was lifted and was otherwise not visible. Oh. He still got away with it, though. Camp Cove. Well, that looks pretty sordid. That's River Phoenix. Some of the images featured no nudity, but young boys doing adult things like smoking cigarettes. Should be adult things. Kids smoke fags. One of the books portrayed only adolescent boys and girls. It is an art book still available on Amazon. Oh, shut Amazon down! Right, The Fourth Sex, Adolescent Extremes. It just looks like some provocative art books, to be honest. Rather than like PD shit, but I don't know. I haven't read them. I have no intention to read them. Yeah, we know all this. We know that he died. We know about Oprah Winfrey. We know about Wade Robson. So there you go. I don't know what this is. Isn't it like a toy pterodactyl in a grubby sink? A morbid scene of a filthy sink containing dead fish from one book. It's got a little kid's pterodactyl toy. Room to play. This just looks like, provocative art photos. Like, I don't think that's evidence of anything, but like the other stuff in there is definitely evidence of some shit going on. So I think well, who are those other 5 boys? And I think those other 2 kids need to like come forward somehow if they're able to, because it's their parents that signed. Because if they were minors and they signed and they settled out of court, sure the agreement's between the parents because they're like adults. You can't have an agreement that's worth money if you're a child, surely, in court, can you? I don't know what happens in America. So surely like they'd be able to come forward and speak, maybe? Maybe? Hey, if you're a legal mind, look into it for me. Right, now. What else could there be? Well, this is something Okay. I was going to take a short little break. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to collectivize my thoughts. Yeah, I'm done with the whole Michael Jackson thing. Unless some people come forward and start talking about it, then I'm definitely interested to hear what they have to say.